Hey, good morning. Not good morning. I hate saying that. I mean, who has a good morning? Isn't morning something that we do when we're sad? So good day to you. It is March the 19th, 2020. It's foggy out here. It's supposed to be rain and probably storming most of the day. So, where to begin? I was listening to one of my favorite stations. They was talking about Bank of America is saying that we are in recession. They're reporting that. Manufacturing in the U.S. is in a free fall. Um, but more importantly, that I wanted to get this one out early. It's about 8:23 right now in the morning. This Thursday. If you got my post from yesterday, I was discussing something that was passed on to me about the potential uh, insurgents of the National Guard, which was supposedly called up for today. I just got another confirmation on that. If you haven't seen already, I know it hit Messenger earlier this morning. I'll read a little bit of it to you. Again, my channel is not to panic anyone, but I don't think anybody's doubting that something strange is going on, and we want to be ahead of the game. All right, that's all this is about, is to provide you with the information. You do with it what you will. All right, so this is a message I got this morning. Please take heed. Homeland Security is preparing to mobilize the National Guard, preparing to dispatch them across the U.S. along with military. They will also call in first responders. They are preparing to announce a nationwide 2-week quarantine for all citizens. Let me repeat that. It's saying that the National Guard, the military, and the first responders are preparing to announce a nationwide 2-week quarantine for all citizens. All businesses closed. Everyone at home. They will announce this as soon as they have troops in place to help prevent looters and rioters. They will announce before the end of the weekend, within 48 to 72 hours, the president will evoke what is called the Stafford Act. The president will order a 2-week mandatory quarantine for the nation. Stock up on whatever you need to make sure you have a 2-week supply of everything. And then it says to please forward to your friends and family and on the news now. All right, so there you have it. That's a confirmation in regards to the message I put out yesterday, that the National Guard is called out, and my previous message said that, or my previous source said that that would be for Thursday, which is today. I would recommend that you, first of all, not panic. You keep a cool head, think responsibly, think rationally. Okay? Panic, let me tell you about panic. All right? Panic either causes you to freeze or it causes you to act without thinking. All right? You have to stay cool. You have to first think things through and then react. Okay? Otherwise, panic causes you to get into more trouble. Kind of, you know about quicksand. All right, they say quicksand, the more you wiggle, the deeper you get sucked into the quicksand, if you're familiar with it. All right, so you don't want to be wiggling out here, acting stupid, doing stupid things. Let me tell you. All right, I was talking to my wife earlier today. All right, so can you imagine inner city? All right, inner city, people barely have any money to fall back in their accounts. Okay, and just have enough food probably for the week, and maybe their customary lifestyle is to collect some kind of benefit from the government, so they're fine, right? This is the way that they're comfortable living. But imagine that now you have your whole state applying for services from the government. That's going to substantially slow down the response time and the available benefit subsidies, right? So then on top of that, you're jobless because businesses shut down, right? All right. On top of that, everyone is filing for unemployment claims at the same time. That's going to bottleneck the system, okay? And the demand is going to skyrocket, and the supplies are going to get shorter and shorter. Now, if a person that's living in the inner city that's already struggling, barely making ends meet, when you add all these elements into the scenario, you start to see why they're bringing in the National Guard, military, and first responders. You know, we have a real problem here, people, because when people lose everything, as one of my favorite podcasts, Gerald Celente says, when people lose everything, they simply lose it. They lose it. Okay? So it's no wonder why they put these movies out here, the zombie apocalypse, the purge, and all that. People, if everything that I've been reporting on and what I've been telling you is true, we are facing potentially a zombie apocalypse. What are people going to be like off of drugs, off of their medications, low food, no job? Okay? What are people really going to be like? So I'm only saying these things to inform you, to prepare you, to get you ready. You need to take this serious. I know it's nothing we've ever dealt with before, but that does not mean that this won't turn out to be chaotic. All right? So be responsible. If you are having issues with your friends and your family and you guys don't get along, this is the time to make that stuff work out, because we are going to need everybody. All right? I've been sounding this alarm for probably 3 to 4 years, okay? And I got some of my own family that weren't even trying to hear what I was saying, okay? I've been screaming this stuff. Prepare, get prepared. Let's get together. Let's meet. Okay, let's have a rendezvous point. Let's have emergency stock somewhere, okay? And I even have to deal with people that are just like, it'll be fine. We've been here before. You know, I got this. Don't worry about it. Well, guess what? We're going to find out whether you really knew what you were talking about, because stuff is about to hit the fan. So don't panic. Stay cool. Let's talk this through. Get together with each other. Make, sorry, I got a notification coming up here. I'm trying to get out of the way. All right. Make preparations, make plans. You have a matter, if everything that is being reported here is true, you have a matter of hours before everything takes place. According to this, they are planning a 2-week quarantine. All right. You don't wait till you hear Donald Trump actually have to say this. I'm letting you know now. Get your runs done earlier today. It's 8:30 something, 8:30. You got time. Go make it happen. Don't sit on this. Don't wait. Make sure that the babies have their supplies. Make sure you have medications. All your your necessary medications, your diabetes medication, if you can get it. Because I'm sure people have been, people, do what you got to do. Don't play around on this. Don't suffer from normalcy bias like everything will be okay. I hear people saying Jesus is going to take care of me and all this kind of stuff. Don't you know that people starve? Even religious folks? All right? So don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Just do what you need to do. All right? This is a serious matter. Make sure those kids are taken care of. Get with your family, folks, and friends. Have this discussion, guys. Don't just sit on this. Don't sit there and watch TV and soap operas all day today. Don't do it. This ain't the time. All right? Get some money out of the bank if you can. Can you imagine once Trump makes this announcement? Do you know that all these people are going to be running to the bank today to get money out so that they got money? Anticipating a 2-week quarantine and stay in place order? Get there before they do, or you won't be able to get any money out of your bank account. Then you think you're going to rely on your credit cards? No, because they're going to freeze the credit cards too. If everything I'm saying is true, expect it. You can bank on that. No pun intended. Anyhow, Again, not trying to panic, but it's time to be grown-ups. Get your protection, because if all of this is true, you're about to see inner city and your inner cities go ballistic. They're putting the National Guard there on for a reason, because they know how people act, especially that are in poverty and barely making ends meet, and you're going to try and ration the food that they can eat, okay, and tell them they can't move. You can't even get people to drive decently in the hood anymore. People doing 90 down regular streets, okay? So if they're doing that during a normal, quote unquote, normal time, what do you think they're going to be doing when they institute a stay in place 24-hour or 2-week quarantine? Do you think they're going to be listening? No, they're going to be out here acting a fool. You better get protection. I even told people this morning, make sure you get some wood in case you got to board up your windows for some extra security. You think it's a joke? All right. So you heard it here. Anyways, pay attention to what's going on today. Keep your ear to the ground, as they say. Okay? Don't get caught slipping. I've been giving you warnings. At least here, you've been getting warnings. Spread this. Get this out there. Share, like, and subscribe. And make sure you hit that notification bell down there so that you can get a notification if I post any more today. I probably will as things go on. The stock markets are set to open probably much lower. If that 10-year bond yield starts to drop, my source that I like to listen to, Gregory Mannarino, you should check him out too on YouTube channel, Gregory Mannarino. If you know how to kind of watch the markets to indicate how the economy is doing, he's your man. Lynette Zhang over at ITM Trading is another YouTube source I love to listen to, because they don't panic you, but they're realist, and they will tell you just like it is. Okay. Who else do I listen to? Well, anyways, I'm not going to keep this too long. It's at 12 minutes now. But people, now is not the time to sleep. Enough, okay? Make it happen. Take this serious. If it blows over, guys, hey, what's to lose? All right? You're still going to eat the food. You can put your money right back in the bank, okay, if it blows over. But don't sit on this. Just get prepared. You got any questions? Give me a call. Hit me up on knowledgewell4u@gmail.com. And it's a number 4. So knowledgewell, the number 4, U, the letter U, for you @gmail.com. Other than that, you can put comments down below. I haven't gotten one comment from anybody. So everybody must got this under control and they don't need any information. That's what that's telling me. So fine. You got it on your own. I have absolutely no problem for that or with that. Kudos to you. Okay? But I have no comments. Let me know what's going on out there. Let's have a conversation. If we don't come together, divided we fall. That's the cliche or the moniker or whatever you want to call it, but it's true. And they knew that, and that's why they're saying no gatherings larger than 10. Who does that? Why are they doing that? Because they don't want you to come together. You know what normally would happen in a pandemic type situation? People would come together in town hall meetings and put together a plan. But they don't want the people coming together to put together a plan. Why? Because it's government. It's government that's encroaching upon the private sector. They're coming in and they're instituting their policies and they're turning this into a fascist, communistic country. Yeah, absolutely. That is what's going on. That's what happens when government gets bigger and expands beyond its borders. They come into your territory with eminent domain and things and take your land. That's what's going on here, people. Make no mistake about it. They are on their way. The military is setting up camp. That's federal government on the private land coming in to set up. Hey, don't panic. Just deal with the facts and get prepared. All right? It's your boy Courtney, Knowledge Well Media. I'm excited. It's an exciting time to be alive. A lot of people are going to get hurt by this. You don't have to be one of them. Be smart. Think about it. All right? That reminded me of that 90s. What is that? Be Smart, Don't Start. What was that? DARE program, the drug program? Anyway, it's going to be an exciting day. That's all I know. Get prepared. All right? Do the right thing. Look out for people. If you got anybody that's elderly, make sure you give them a call and see how they're doing. See if they need any supplies or anything like that. All right? Look out for your mama, your daddy, all them. Don't be leaving them. All right? Guys, for real though, we got to stick together. Make it happen. Courtney with Knowledge Well Media. Like, subscribe, and share. Get this out there, guys. Anybody you care about and the people that you don't care about. We ain't got time to be enemies. The people are going to have to stick together. If you want to make it through this, you better go watch Hunger Games. Quit playing. I love you guys. Knowledge Well for you at gmail.com. Don't play around. Make it happen. All right. Otherwise, put comments below. Let me hear from you. I'm going to go take a shower now. It's too early for this. Bye. Love you guys.